So you're running out of closet space. The good news? You don't need to stop shopping. You just need to start selling with The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. Whether it's that mini bag that can't even fit your phone, or those boots you never fully broke in, The RealReal handles everything from photography and copywriting to shipping and pricing. So you can just sit back, get paid, and make room for things that actually feel like you. And with 10,000 plus new arrivals every single day from top designers like Prada, Celine, Louis Vuitton, and Loewe, all for up to 90% off retail, you're bound to find something perfectly on brand to fill that extra closet space with. Plus, right now, you can get an extra $100 to shop when you sell for the first time. Make room for what feels like you. Go to therealreal.com to start selling and get your extra $100 to keep shopping at therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com. Terms apply.
Mark Megan's Roast Mortem. Thanks to the Brehon Hotel and Spa. In line with tradition, in tune with today. See thebrehon.com.
Welcome back to the Roast Mortem. How's it going, guys? How the hell are you? How are your hearts? And of course, how are your heads? Guys, Micheál, before we get started today, I have to put you onto something.
Oh?
Yeah, are you surprised?
Very much so.
Well, Michael, the Brehon Hotel and Spa in Killarney has had a serious glow up.
Oh?
Yeah. You knew that. You were there.
I was.
Or are you acting surprised?
Lovely.
You're aware of the script. It's what they're calling the new Brehon. They've kept all of those traditional family values that we love, but they've added a massive contemporary edge. And by that, of course, my friends, I'm referring to the new Heritage Bedroom Collection. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I was down there during the week. It is absolutely stunning. The rooms are breathtaking, and they would be perfect for like a couple's break or just a solo reset. And honestly, and this is one of my favourite things, you don't even need to leave the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Like at all. You park the car and just be completely absorbed by the beauty of the Brehon and its surroundings. You've got the Anu Spa, which is filled with Elemis products. And I only learned on Tuesday I was always pronouncing it wrong.
Oh.
I was calling it Falumus. So, nevertheless, you've also got a golf simulator. Where you can go in. It's called the Par 72, and you can like have a few drinks with your mates and play any golf course in the entire world. It's class. There's like a lounge area as well beside it, which is deadly. And by the way, they've got a proper new residence bar. Bive.
Bive?
Yeah. Spelt B-A-D-B.
Ah.
So don't be like,
How is Badab open, please? Can we get 2 drinks in Badab?
it's Bive, okay? Like Sive or
The
Chladab.
vibe at Bive.
Marketing expert, is this?
Oh, okay.
So you're the guru of sales. Nevertheless, guys, it's right on the edge of the National Park on Muckross Road, okay? So it is truly the ultimate staycation spot, and everything, as I said, that you need is under the one roof. So yeah, I would highly encourage you to check them out. And of course, we are so delighted to be working with them over the next few months on the show. It's going to be an interesting 3 months. We've got some very exciting things planned. I'm, of course, going to be down in Kerry on April the 16th.
Yes.
Tickets on sale now. And, sorry, they've given me a discount code.
Ah,
Mark 20.
brilliant.
We had the A4 pads out for that one. Alan Turing designed that one for us.
Jesus Christ.
They were like, okay, well, he did the Enigma code, now we'll get him onto the Mark 20 discount code. If he's not doing Domino's meal deals. Any Domino's codes? That was a real Facebook status of the 2010 era.
Yeah.
Any Domino's codes. Nevertheless, yeah, we're delighted to be working with them. And if you want to come to Killarney, whether you're from Kerry or not, they are offering 20% off.
Fantastic.
And they do also like a pre-gig deal with dinner and stuff, so you could come down, have a meal, and then come to the show. Dinner and a show. And then we're all going to go back to the residence bar afterwards. I'll be having a mocktail.
Nice.
Michael will be the same, and we're going to have a bit of a laugh. So if you want to get involved, Get involved. Okay, so obviously, guys, this is a paid episode, and I know some people think whenever an episode's sponsored, it's like, oh, Jesus, the guys are taking the soup. All of a sudden, they're going to start, changing their content or modifying their content or adapting their content and diluting it and watering it down, so it just becomes about the brand and the whole identity of the show loses sight of itself. That is not the case at all, okay? So today's roast is on the Brehon Laws, incidentally named after the hotel, which is it is a total coincidence that today, the theme of today's show also happens to be named after the sponsor. That
fit the schedule.
It just worked in the schedule. Usually we do Willies and Bums. Today we're doing medieval sort of laws, okay? Yes. Nevertheless, the Brehon Laws, just to give you a very brief introduction, which is just coming off the top of my head, not in a 4-inch book that they provided me with. Nevertheless,
a beautiful book.
A beautiful book, by the way, which you can get in the lobby. If you just go down and ask Michelle at the front desk, she will be delighted to assist you. Press 0 for in-room dining. Nevertheless, the Brehon Laws. If you would like an intro, these things are absolutely mental, okay? If you're from Ireland, if you're from beyond Ireland, I just want you to know this is not reflective of where our society is today. This is how things were once a long time ago. Nobody in this room or in any of the gorgeous, lovely suites in the Brehon Hotel and Spa are endorsing these rules. I feel like I should caveat this podcast with those rules. I do just want to discuss them for a little bit because they are truly the most outrageous things that I have ever heard. And let's be honest, at the Weekly Roast HQ, at the Roast Office, at the Roast Mortem, we love nothing more than living in a land of lunacy. And by God, the laws of Brehon were built for loons. Are you ready? Here is the introduction that is totally off the top of my head. If you hear the pages turning, that's got nothing to do with that's a slightly different thing. That's Michael rolling Rizlas of gluten. Nevertheless, I don't even know. Okay, ready? Introduction. Passed on, or this is for those of you who don't know what the Brehon Laws are, right? Passed on orally, steady on, from at least the 1st century BC, the Brehon Laws, named for Ireland's wandering jurists, were first set down on parchment in the 7th century AD. That's quite a while. They left quite a gap.
They did.
Like, we haven't sent thank you cards for our wedding yet. And that's longer. Using the newly developed written Irish language and continued in use until the beginning of the 17th century. Although the Irish had been living by the laws since before the time of Julius Caesar, by the time of Elizabeth I, the Brehons, along with the Irish poets, were considered a danger to the realm. They still are, by the way. Irish poets on Instagram are a danger to my sanity. I noticed the train. I don't care. I do not care. No observation. This is a stunningly banal. I think... No, I can't. This pandering populist garbage. That is not poetry, by the way. Nevertheless, were considered a danger to the realm, and the old laws lewd, unreasonable and barbarous. Incidentally, the same feedback I used to get on Tinder dates when living in London. And a bit of comedy, there you are. And so the Brehons, the poets and the ancient laws were banned, and English common law substituted.
Okay.
It was the end of the Gaelic order. Sad music. We should put some Celtic music around here.
Yeah, lovely.
Some of the Brehons buried their precious manuscripts or hid them behind loose stones in the hearth. Surely bury them. Loose stones in the hearth.
I'm just going to put it behind the ground.
It's like those stupid fake key stones that your mum gets. Mark, shh, don't. You know, in the front garden, she's like, keep your voices down. Nobody's watching the house, mum. Now I've got the key in the... Can you see it? Can I see the green key? On top of the red pavement. Yeah, I can. I can see the green fake rock. Have you seen these things? They are the stupidest things, because not only are you giving the robber a key, you're also giving him a stone to break the window if the key doesn't work.
We had one for about 10 years.
Where's the key? Nevertheless, some of the Brehons buried their precious manuscripts or hid them behind loose stones in the earth. Other manuscripts became torn or damp and were burned or allowed to rot. Fortunately, a good number of manuscripts fell into the hands of collectors and are now safe in the libraries of blah, 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 blah. You don't need all of that, do we? We don't need all... This is at the top of the head. Dharma. Perhaps the Hindu procedure of sitting Dharma most dramatically reveals the ancient Indo-European connections. Interesting. This is actually quite a good read. Hold on. Okay, so basically, although scholars have called the old Irish laws gravely defective in that they were not based on principles or never produced a central organisation, Owen MacNeill wrote in 1934 that even Ireland's enemies in the time of Elizabeth and James I commented on the love of the Irish for justice and for their laws. I, for one, can see why. The great tribal assembly at Carman. This is from the poem of Carman. There they discussed and debated the rights and taxes of the province, every legal enactment, right? Paisley. Every third year, 'twas settled. Good stuff. 67,000 likes on Instagram.
More of a haiku, that.
More of a haiku. Not really you won't see... No, I'm not going to say... I'm not even going to give them airtime.
I see you chomping at the bit.
I really want it. She was standing on the tube.
Stop it.
She was... Like, do you know what I mean?
Sponsored up.
I
we
just
have new friends.
can't, like... She was pulling at my She was pulling at my heartstrings. As the tube departs the station, I can feel my heart sing. Where do I start? To think or a thing? Materialism bleeds, but I feel something. Sorry? I don't know what any of this means. She left the station with the little tote bag. I choked back the tears. I just saw all the lads. We're going to the footy. I just want to be at home. Surrounded by groups of people, always feel so alone. Chippy and beer. The stains of my sweat hide my tears. Rufus, my mate, just called me a cool. Have you ever seen a ghost in the wind? Michael, read me out of Brehon law, please. This is a sponsored ep.
Okay. The creditor who holds your brooch, your necklet or your earrings as a pledge against your loan must return them so you may wear them at the great assembly, or he will be fined for the humiliation.
Yeah, reasonable enough.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was...
Quite specific.
Yeah, well, that's what laws are, though, aren't they? They can't sort of... If they just have a draconian sort of law that covers all, next thing you know...
I just more mean the Great Assembly. That was obviously a big...
Yeah, I don't think it was like the electric picnic of the Brehon times. Yeah, like, obviously, if you get into a bit of debt there and you owe people a few, obviously, once longitude comes around, you got to get them back, like. Do you know what I mean? All Anina Bing hoodies must be returned. So, just modernising the Brehon laws.
Nice.
Okay, law number 673. The blacksmith must rouse all sleeping customers before he puts the iron in the fire. This is to guard against injuries by sparks. That's reasonable. Health and safety.
Absolutely.
Fair play to the Brehons.
Yeah.
The Brehonians.
Oh.
You know, that is decent.
Yeah.
If the head of the blacksmith's hammer flies off the handle and injures... Oh, that's probably where flying off the handle comes from.
Oh.
There you go now.
There we are.
A bit of etymology.
Oh.
The origin of words.
Love it.
Susie Dent. Isn't that her name?
I don't know.
The wordsmith on Countdown?
Oh yes, okay, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Keep up. If the head of the blacksmith's hammer flies off the handle, that's where flies off the handle must come from. Amazing. And injures a customer, neither the smith nor the striker of the hammer is liable.
Ah.
Unless they knew the head was loose.
Tubbing.
So you're running out of closet space. The good news? You don't need to stop shopping. You just need to start selling with The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. Whether it's that mini bag that can't even fit your phone, or those boots you never fully broke in, The RealReal handles everything from photography and copywriting to shipping and pricing. So you can just sit back, get paid, and make room for things that actually feel like you. And with 10,000 plus new arrivals every single day from top designers like Prada, Celine, Louis Vuitton, and Loewe, all for up to 90% off retail, you're bound to find something perfectly on brand to fill that extra closet space with. Plus, right now, you can get an extra $100 to shop when you sell for the first time. Make room for what feels like you. Go to therealreal.com to start selling and get your extra $100 to keep shopping at therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com. Terms apply.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace.
Last year, I went through many different life changes. I needed to take a pause and examine how I was feeling in the inside to better show up for the ones who need me to be my best version of myself.
When you're navigating life's changes, Talkspace can help. Talkspace is the #1 rated online therapy, bringing you professional support from licensed therapists and psychiatry providers that you can access anytime, anywhere.
Living a busy life, navigating a long-distance relationship, becoming a first-step father, Talkspace made all of those journeys possible. I could speak with my therapist in the office. I could speak with my therapist in the comfort of my home. I was never alone.
Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance, no problem. Now get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Okay, here we go, Michael. This one might be relevant as you approach your marriage in June, which I am the solemnizer for. The husband who, through listlessness, does not go to his wife in her bed must pay a fine.
Oh.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay.
So if you don't rattle your missus...
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the term?
I think so.
I think that's the
medical
2026.
It's in the DSM-5.
That's whenever I was in the rotunda, I remember seeing signs in the maternity ward. Rattled your wife? Question mark.
It's interesting because I was doing some separate research and the number one reason for justified divorce was impotence.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see Alice for Men sponsor the other podcast, so we can mention that there.
Brilliant.
If you see a horse straying near a river in the dark or a pit and do nothing to save it, you must make restitution. To who, though?
Yeah.
Neighbours?
Ah, very good.
That's
There are
terrible.
a lot of pits back in the day.
Yeah.
Just an ever-present.
I'm just more interested in the sort of massive sinkholes. Do you know what I mean? If you see a horse in the middle of the night wandering near one of those 75 square metre sinkholes we haven't done given, do you know what I mean? When you become old, this one's good, probably relevant today. When you become old, your family must provide you with one oatcake a day, plus a container of sour milk. Brilliant.
Oh.
You know, we've got fresh milk. No, not relevant. Leave it out in the sun and then give it to her. They must bathe you every 20th night.
Ah.
You do that around. You're on that. They're your numbers now.
Lovely, yeah,
Rookie numbers in comparison. Michael hasn't wedded since Michael has it. They must bathe you. Michael hasn't wedded. Like, what even is that? That's my brain just going, what can I slag it for? Shredded to the wedding. That's the only thing. Like, it's literally just boy brain. Do you know what I mean? Boy brain is just identify first thing that could be perceived as weakness. Him putting himself out there, slag it. 17 sticks of firewood is the allotment for keeping you warm. 17 sticks of firewood? What are they dealing with? Fucking Mount Vesuvius levels? 17 sticks of fire. How warm do you want to be? Mount Etna.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? What are you looking for? No way.
No.
There's genuinely no way. There's no way. Completely outrageous. Here's one for you. For stealing pigs or your sheep, for stripping your herb garden, for wearing down your hatchet or wood axe, you may take your neighbour's milk cows to the public animal pound for 3 days. If he does not want his cows taken to the pound for his crimes or his bad debts, he may give his son as security instead. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Okay, guys, obviously, as I said, this is a sponsored episode brought to you by the Brehon Hotel and Spa in Clarny. That doesn't mean that the content is going to be different to what it usually is. That doesn't mean I'm going to lose my sort of like comedic integrity or sort of, you know, change my overall attitude and outlook when it comes to content creation and, you know, diversify the offering just to suit the hand that's feeding me. I would never do that. Speaking of more Brehon laws, incidentally the same name as the hotel that sponsors this episode, I was wondering, Michael, have you ever noticed that if a woman takes off on a horse into the woods or onto a seagoing ship, and if members of the woman's tribe are present, they must object within 24 hours, or they may not demand payment of the fine. What? Who's getting fined?
Is it the woman?
Oh, so the woman shouldn't be doing that, basically.
Exactly, yes.
That's not fair. More women I always say women should be driving ships. And horses.
Okay.
More women should be riding horses. And not in a Mexican holiday way. Not in a video on live leak way. Not in a me getting access to LimeWire at the age of 14 way. Do you know what I mean?
A Tijuana day trip.
Why is that just like the internet? Oh, brilliant. I can download free music. Day 4 of using the internet. Woman with horse. Brilliant. Humanity is completely doomed.
Yeah, LimeWire ruined a generation.
Oh, AI is going to steal our jobs. Day 5. I wonder what that person would look like nude. Do you know what I mean? Woman with horse. Give a man a mask and it'll show you how he really feels. Society is utterly doomed.
Very much agree.
One more rule.
Okay.
How many things add to the price of the land? A wood, a mine, the size of a mill, a highway, a road, a great sea, a river. This sounds just like one of those.
Sounds like a riddle.
This sounds like one of those dog shit poems. Genuinely. A wood, a mine, the size of a mill, a highway. I see a smile fade. It goes on with the route. A road, a great sea, a river. I'm praying for the sun to deliver. A mountain, a river falling. My daughter's knees shaking as she takes her first steps. I quiver. Oh, the cold runs down my neck. I shiver. Into the sea, a cooling pond. Walk across the ocean like James Bond. 007 steps straight up to heaven. Okay, so now that everybody's got a sense of what the Brehon laws were, two things. First and foremost, I would love people to send me in laws that they wish.
That'd be great.
Like, the sort of, if you were mayor, but if you were the president of Ireland, or if you were, the chieftain, if you were the chieftain of modern Ireland, the governor of our land, what would be one law that you would genuinely enact? In state, rather.
Okay.
So, I think people, send me on Instagram at Megan Mark, send me your suggestions. What law would you like to be included? Obviously PG to a degree, and we will include it in a future roast. Micheál.
Yes.
Mystery Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Our beloved, shredded, wedded, soon to be beheaded, depending on the law.
Oh.
What would your law be? If you were in Brehonian times,
okay,
and you were burying manuscripts in the backyard,
or behind stones,
or behind loose pebbles in the front bush, waiting to be pilfered by Vikings or Celts or whoever. Mm-hmm. Were the Celts first, or was
before the Celts were first?
Were they? When does it go from like hunter? You know the way you've got like the Neolithic, you've got the Paleolithic, Paleolithic, Neolithic, and then what was the other one again? Oh no, there was a middle one, Mesolithic. Yes. Mesolithic. They were the stones, weren't they?
Yes.
Then you've got the Neolithic. When did we go from like the sort of... Does anybody know this? Any historians out there? When did we go from like genuinely sort of hunter-gathery type tribes people living in small encampments and whatever to like a little bit more of a civilized structure wherein multiple camps were... When did ruling present itself in mankind? And when did like, groups of small tribes start being marshalled by one, and then, township. When were the first townships? Oh. Etc. Sort of an interesting, curious guy.
Yes.
Stay curious, as I always say.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always say, stay curious and don't let your No, I'm joking. My two favourite slogans.
You famously say.
Stay curious and Ireland is... Okay. But Micheál.
Yes.
If you were the chieftain in Brehonian laws, what would your law be?
One law that I really like is to focus on restorative justice rather than prison. So if you...
Okay, if you're going to go sort of Reuben Carter Hurricane on us now, because also he got done when he left.
Okay.
Has anybody seen that? You know the Bob Dylan song, Here Comes the Story of the... Another name named Bello moving around. I'd actually do an okay Dylan, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pistol... Right there. Pistol shots ring out in the ballroom. Is that okay?
That's pretty good, yeah.
Enter Petty fell down from the upper hall. Yeah?
Yeah.
She sees a... Nope. Not going to go on with that. But anyway, Reuben Carter, the famous...
First two kind of goes...
First part, yeah. First part was like, okay, he's got the nasal thing half right, but he sounds like he's underwater. Second part is like, good stuff. You sound like a Elvis mixed with a Furby.
Oh, lovely.
Reuben Carter, the boxer, went to jail. They all campaigned to get him out.
Yes.
And then like 6 months later, bludgeoned somebody in the street. Genuinely. Completely done.
He adopted someone while in prison as well, though. Like, he was...
Oh, this is like a Seamus... No. It turns... Oh, and he actually killed 75 people in prison. Do you know what I mean? And then they also looked at his... I don't know. He broke all his pledges for the confirmation. Look, okay, what would be your rule? Restorative justice. Talk me through it.
No, so in Brehon law, if you do wrong by somebody, rather than just being imprisoned and your life is just, away or gone, you have to restore the honour that you have lost or that you have taken from someone else. I think that's a pretty good principle.
So that was one of the Brehon laws.
Yeah.
But how do you do that, though?
So if you injure someone...
Yes.
There is like a scale basically of the level of damage you did, and then you have to either through money or giving over assets restore what that you have taken from that person.
Sort of an eye for an eye.
Kind of, but in a more like civil way.
But the problem I think with that is then it presents vigilantism, because people say, oh well, that the punishment doesn't match the crime.
Yeah,
he stole my son and he's offered me a Nintendo Wii. Do you know what I mean? Yes, it's got Pete Sampras' tennis on it, so I'm going to enjoy it. Yes, there's also a dance mat included.
Oh.
Yes, I will be happy. It will, it will fill the void, the vacant hole in my soul of a stolen child. However, could he throw in 2 controllers? Who decides that?
I'd have friends over.
Do you know what I mean? In our hut.
Yes.
If
what I like about it is, though, satire and mocking someone was actually enforceable through this restorative damage. So I would like to think I might get the Cooper.
Sorry?
So, like, if you hurt somebody emotionally, you are liable to these restorative damages.
If that law was a thing in 2026, society would collapse.
Yeah.
Think about the amount of feelings that are just hurt on a daily basis. Everybody in every context, in everywhere at the moment's feelings are hurt.
That's true.
Everybody is offended by everything. We're too emotional. I say that as somebody who was too emotional. We are too emotional as a species. We are too sensitive.
Okay.
I said this in yesterday's podcast, and I believe it. The advent of phone use and making your house your kingdom, sort of like the Kingdom of Kerry, where the Brehon Hotel is.
Lovely.
But, the advent of people making their homes their sort of like sanctuary has resulted in us all being house trained, but nobody's public trained.
Okay.
Nobody knows how to behave in society. We're all just too sensitive.
Yeah, true.
Oh, the amount of stuff that the comment section of it, people put up a reel celebrating like their kid getting their first tooth fairy. Hi there. Really happy to see that you're enjoying your moments. You might just be a little bit mindful of those other kiddos who don't have... What? What the hell is this? Those people should be called out. Those people, the sort of pseudo-virtuistic clowns who, and by the way, it's always similar. You can actually see the same people who do it. They're like policing other people's happiness on social media.
Yeah.
And it's like, hi there, you might just be mindful that blah, blah, blah. Sorry? Who the fuck are you? Who are you to police or sort of chaperone anybody else's emotions up, down, in or out? You're an absolute plonker. You want the Cupra? Good luck. It's gone. It's mine. I work with Cupra. I make the big bucks. It's me. I don't even know what that. Everyone's like, give him the keys. Beep, beep. Who got the keys to the Jeep?
Oh, lovely.
Missy, let's go. I do like that to a degree.
I like
when you
the
say
way
there's
it's
a law
corrected.
against satire, I'd be gone. I'd be beheaded.
That's why.
Fuck me. One of my uncles wrote like 6 books on the guillotine.
Oh.
After 5, you're like, you're a bit of a pervert,
Yeah.
Hank. What's going on here? Him always, what a lovely scarf you have. Him permanently wearing polo necks, just obsessed. By the fourth sort of literary piece on oh, so it's about the French Revolution? No, not into any of that shite. Oh, sort of like French history? No. Oh, is it like, are you including maybe the times of like the bubonic plague? Because of course they've managed to trace back the origins of the Black Death to one specific well in the French countryside. No. This is just the guillotine and the way the neck lies on the board. And I'm just standing there. What? You're just standing there? What do you mean? Oh no, when I'm writing the book. Yeah, but what do you mean you're just standing there? You're sweating, Hank. Your brow is furrowed. Do you know what I mean? The guillotine, probably the best way to go.
I think so.
Or firing
No,
squad.
different.
The owner of the hotel. We should probably check out the first ep. Just to double check they're not talking about their most favourite ways to be executed. You don't see that on Joe.ie.
No.
Today we've hit the streets of Dublin to see what the top time
I'd probably like to go firing squad. Yeah, firing squad. Is stoning an option?
Do you know what I mean?
Neck up to neck and sand and stoning? No.
So,
Lovely.
good stuff. Welcome back to the Roast Mortem, baby. That's it for this week's roast, Michael, I think. Because I have to go on bloody holidays
Enjoy.
tomorrow.
Excited?
Very excited.
Lovely.
Nevertheless, before I go, Michael, a final word from our sponsors.
Okay.
The Brehon Hotel and Spa in Killarney. Guys, if you're heading down, you don't actually need to leave the building. I mean that, okay? Because they literally have everything under the one roof. You've got the Anu Spa using Elema's products if you need to be pampered. For the golfers, they've got the new simulator lounge called Par 72, which is absolutely elite. And my personal pick, the new residence bar, Bive. Or you could have a bit of afternoon tea on the mezzanine. It's the perfect mix of classic Killarney, but with a seriously sharp modern twist, okay? So check out the new look Brehon for your next trip away. The Brehon Hotel and Spa, in line with tradition, in tune with today. We'll see you next week. All the best, guys. Take care.
Mark Megan's Roast Mortem. Thanks to the Brehon Hotel and Spa. In line with tradition, in tune with today. See thebrehon.com.